Hi, this is Dr. Rhoades here at Ego Beauty, and so we have the beautiful Sony here, and she's lost some weight recently, and she looks fantastic, but it feels like her cheeks have fallen a little bit. So what we're going to do is address that and try and correct any falling in her cheeks by adding a little Voluma into her cheeks, and so that's what we're going to do. So right now, I'm going to kind of look at her cheeks and look and see where we feel the deficits are. So looking at her, she's got a nice full cheek, but I think, you know, we can see here and here. It'd be nice to bring that up a little bit. And by bringing her cheeks up a little bit, by filling up here, we'll be able to diminish the nasolabial folds as well as create a more angular and youthful feminine look, which is what we're striving to do today. We'll start off by injecting half of a syringe on each side, and depending on how that looks, we'll decide whether we're going to go to the second half. So these lines here are to help guide me so I don't put too much on one side or a different side than the other. We want to keep her cheeks nice and even. It would look horrible if their cheeks were not even. We follow along the cheekbone and put a little down here, and now we're ready. As you can see, I put more laterally than in the front because we want to create a very natural look. We don't want it to look like she has big golf balls on the front of her face, because that's not a natural look. We want it natural. We also want it to pull up. So now I've injected this side, and I kind of smooth it down a little bit. So this is immediately afterwards. You can see a pretty significant difference. And here we go with the other half. And this is one of my favorite things to do because, one, you see the results immediately, and two, they're really quite striking. They make a pretty big difference on how people look. I think it really creates a more youthful face. It kind of promotes the infrastructure of the face to a time maybe 10 or 20 years ago for many people. And you end up with a really nice look. And look how beautiful that looks. I'm so impressed with myself. No, she's actually a very beautiful woman, and I think the cheeks just look amazing with one syringe. So what we'll do now is we'll show her and see if she wants to go with the second one. Put it in there.
Yes.
You feel that? So we've discussed it, and we're gonna do another syringe. Somebody says go big or go home. And actually all we're trying to do is just get a little more lift to decrease that and create a little more angularity for a more youthful appearance. As we look at this, we can see we restored the fullness in her cheeks that she had previously, and just improved the overall look. And so I think we had a spectacular correction on a beautiful woman.